What's up, witches? Luna the Zen Witch here with my little buddy Pie Racket. You see how much chaos he brings. To start a new series, I unboxed a little while ago the Compassion Box by Pema Chodron, which is cards of the Lojong slogans from Tibetan Buddhism, just slogans that help you train in Tibetan Buddhism. So I thought I'm going to do a short video every day, choosing a card from this and giving you my experience with it and my understanding. Recognize, please, that I am not in any way a trained Tibetan Buddhist teacher. I am a humble practitioner, and I will be referring to materials from my teacher, Pema Chodron. If you haven't heard of her, I will link at the end of this, I will link a video about my Buddhist practice that will point you in the direction of Prema and Taradatu and all the resources there. So today I picked a card, and this is the Compassion Box by Pema Chodron. The Lojong teachings are 50 slogans that just kind of help you remember the finer points of things. And the one that I picked today is number 1, and I shuffled to see what came out first. Number 1, first train in the preliminaries. I'll read the back of the card. The preliminaries are also known as the 4 reminders. They're also known as the 4 thoughts that turn the mind to the practice. Okay, so 4 thoughts that turn the mind. In your daily life, try to, number 1, maintain an awareness of the preciousness of human life. 2, be aware of the reality that life ends, death comes for everyone. 3, recall that whatever you do, whether virtuous or not, has a result. What goes around comes around. And 4, contemplate, as long as you are too focused on self-importance and too caught up in thinking about how you are good or bad, you will suffer. Obsessing about getting what you want and avoiding what you don't want does not result in happiness. This is like the basics of Buddhism here. So the 4 thoughts that turn the mind, just sort of stated, I'm back, stated in another way. The first thing is the fact that we're here in a human body. We're having an incarnation in a human lifetime. Now, contextually, recall that Tibetan Buddhists absolutely believe in reincarnation. Most Buddhists do. I would say it's part of the whole Dharma. So the first thing we remember is that I'm human in this lifetime rather than being a bug or a plant, or, they also believe in the transmigration of souls, so that you can be born on any level of existence. And there's a whole menu of all the things you can be born as. So recognizing that when you are in a human incarnation, you have this consciousness and awareness that allows you to practice. We really can't do a lot when we're not in a human incarnation, from my understanding. So first of all, recognizing that I'm human, I'm aware that I'm human, and I am aware of karma and that I have work to do. So that is this precious opportunity that we have to work on ourselves and to grow and become a better human being. That's the first reason that we practice. The next one is recognizing that everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Change is the default setting of everything. And we ourselves are impermanent. We will die. That's the one thing that we absolutely know for sure in this lifetime, is that every single one of us is going to die. For sure. We behave so often as if that's not true. And, so much of our neurosis, I guess I want to say, is pointed towards avoiding that reality, and either, just avoiding death, but also avoiding the knowledge of death and the awareness that we are going to die as well someday. Strong denial. We all do it. So understanding that I am going to die someday says that this is going to end, and I only have this short window of opportunity to do this practice and to bring benefit to the world. So that's another thing that can turn the mind. to, I need to get busy now. Because the second thing we know for sure is that we don't know when and how and where that's going to happen. So we don't, in fact, know how long we have. We really don't. So it's time to get busy. Third thought, recall that whatever you do, whether virtuous or not, has a result. So karma, cause and effect. I will read this little section from my book from Tara Practice after I kiss my kitten. Okay. At the time of our death, we may not obtain freedom if our previous actions take control of us. Let us therefore abandon harmful actions. Use our time to carry out beneficial actions. Let us daily examine the stream of our being. So what this is saying is that if you've, whatever you've done in this life, at the moment of your death, when you know you're going, it's going to be right there. It's going to be right there in your face. And if you have a lot of terrible regrets and you've put off the realization of the impact of your actions until the time of your death, it's going to hit you hard. If only I had, if only I hadn't, if I had it to do all over again. There's a wonderful exercise that is very NLP in flavor. Oh, Bess? That you imagine, do a little meditation and imagine your own funeral. And imagine people like standing up to talk about you and think about, what do I want them to say? What do I want to hear people saying about me after I have passed? And that can be a real awakener as to what I've done with my time and what I'm afraid they might say. And so that can get you busy too, thinking about, what do I want my experience to be when I'm ready to check out of this world? And what do I have to do now today so that that experience is one of, I did my best. I have done my best to put good things into this world that I possibly could do. Okay, and then the fourth one. And so it's also just recognizing that every day, every action that you take is going to have a reaction. It's the laws of physics. This is the law of the universe. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So everything you do has a consequence, and it really turns your mind to thinking about, how do I get my shit together so that I'm really thinking about my actions before I take them in terms of, will this bring benefit or harm? And getting my act cleaned up as far as trying to put as much good into the world as I possibly can. There's a verse here. May I not hurt but help. May I not take but give. May I not be immoral sexually but moral. May I not promote discord but harmony. May I not lie but tell the truth. May I not speak idly but purposefully. Now, are you getting the idea of the 10 Commandments here? Very similar. May I not speak aggressively but kindly. May I not harbor negative thoughts, but positive, helpful, encouraging thoughts. May I not covet the position or possessions of another, but rejoice in the virtues, merits, and achievements of all beings. May I not hold incorrect views about the Dharma, but may I seek the truth, and when I know the truth, may I live by the truth. May I root out the 6 poisons. Where there's hatred, let me sow love and compassion. Greed, generosity. Ignorance, wisdom. Desire, equanimity. Jealousy, rejoicing, and arrogance, humility. May I instill the 6 perfections of generosity, skillful means, which is ethics and compassion, patience, perseverance, meditative absorption, which is concentration, and prajna, or penetrating insight. Prajna is wisdom. Okay, so the fourth one is contemplate. As long as you are too focused on self-importance and too caught up in thinking about how good or bad you are, you will suffer. This is just the basis of suffering: attachment, aversion, and indifference. So attachment is judging something good. I want more, more, more. I want it to stay. Remembering that everything is impermanent and everything is going to pass away and change and go. All right. So that's one way we suffer. This is very good and I want it and I'm trying to cling and make it not change, but it's going to change. So that's going to cause suffering. The second one is aversion, when we judge something bad. and say, this needs to go away. I don't want it here, but it is here. So knowing that, we're judging it bad and it is here, we're going to suffer from that. And that would be a good time to remember that this too shall change, right? And then the third one is indifference, the third form of suffering, which just says, I don't care. I've checked out from life. I'm numb. I'm apathetic. That is a form of suffering as well, because you've checked out. You're not engaged with life. And yes, that is a form of suffering. Sweetie pie, you are falling down. You're going to fall off. It's so relaxed. I think it's nap time. So that knowing that judgment causes suffering is the fourth thought that turns the mind. So these four things, and in my Tara manual, the unsatisfactoriness of conditioned existence is what it's called. May I see that all places, friends, joys, and possessions in this cycle of existence continually torment us because of the three kinds of suffering. They're like the feast offered by the executioner when he leads us to our execution. Having cut off all attachment, let us diligently accomplish enlightenment. So just what we're dealing with here, the essence of that suffering, is judgment. Judging something as absolutely good or bad, because there is no absolute like that. It's all relative. When we judge something as good or bad, ask yourself, on the heels of that, compared to what? And you will find that it is absolutely relative. It's not absolute, it's absolutely relative. So looking at how we can get locked into these judgments of good or bad is recognizing an opportunity to practice and to go beyond those things and to try to alleviate our own suffering. All right. So that's just a short commentary. I'm going to do this every day. As the other side, we got the TheZenWitch, we got the witch side with all the unboxings, but let's have the Zen side now and start delving into these short videos. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. Please let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these things, your experience of these things. Let's have a dialogue. Join me over on my Discord, TheZenWitch, where we will also have some live voice chats and dialogues. Please, I think I'm going to put a Q&A text channel up so you can start putting some questions in there. I do want to schedule some live chats soon, a live chat Q&A, so I can find out what kind of things you're interested in doing on Discord before I start to schedule things. I think I'm going to wait to schedule any events on Discord until after Mercury turns. And in the meantime, let me know what you'd like to talk about and what you would like to experience on Discord with the community. Down below is a wish list where you can buy me a deck and I will read for you in the unboxing. Down below is also my Patreon link if you're interested in supporting this work. Lots more content coming your way. I'm so glad that you're here every day, and I'm so glad that you get to see Pi grow up. I hope he continues to do this on the chair, because this is like my dream here. All right, you guys, take care, stay safe, wear your masks. I will see you again tomorrow. Till then, this is the TheZenWitch. Blessed be.